All right, welcome back to another National PSI Real Estate Exam Prep. And today let's talk about agency relationships. And more specifically, let's go over 5 questions with their explanations as to why they are the answer. A contract that secures the employment of a brokerage firm to find a buyer is a listing contract. A listing contract is an agreement that engages a brokerage firm to locate a ready, willing, and able buyer for the seller's property. A sales contract is a legal agreement between a buyer and a seller regarding the purchase of a property. An escrow contract is a pact between a buyer, a seller, and an escrow agent outlining the duties and responsibilities of each party involved. An option contract grants the optionee the right to purchase property from the optioner at the predetermined price within a specific time frame. A real estate agent acting as a single agent doesn't owe fiduciary duties to a customer. A single agency, the agent's responsibility is only to one party in a transaction, exclusively owing fiduciary duties to one principal, the client, who can be the seller, buyer, landlord, or tenant. The customer is the only party not represented by the agent in the transaction. If a buyer asks the agent if the boundary line is where the fence is, the agent should recommend the buyers have a survey conducted to determine the precise boundaries of a property. A survey is recommended. Property owners and their neighbors may not know the exact boundaries. A broker with an exclusive right to sell receives an offer, but their client is out of town. Under these circumstances, the broker must obtain the signature of the seller to bind a contract. A real estate broker typically acts as a special agent whose role when representing the seller is limited to finding a ready, willing, and able buyer. A special agent does not have the authority to bind the principal to any contract. The broker is entitled to a commission only upon the successful completion of the transaction. Additionally, a buyer may submit an offer that requires a response before the seller returns and is not obligated to keep the offer open beyond the timeline stated in their original offer. On a net listing where the seller doesn't know the market value, which one of these agent suggested listing prices would be a potential conflict of interest if the comps suggest a price of $1,500,000? $1,250,000 D. The best answer to illustrate the potential conflict of interest is a net listing is the lowest dollar amount. In a net listing, the seller agrees to receive a fixed sum upon the sale of the property, with any amount exceeding this fixed sum going to the agent as commission. This inherent conflict of interest is a key reason why net listings are illegal in some states and strongly discouraged in others. All right, this was 5 questions to help you pass your national PSI real estate exam. If this was helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe because we drop a new video every week to help you pass your national PSI real estate exam.